Oh, hey, y'all. Here in Texas, we can drink our fruit juice, our fruit punch in mason jars. Alright, I'm not that Texan, but I kinda am. So welcome back to my channel. I'm Sean, the Awkward Anomaly. Something very important for you to remember is I am not a doctor. I'm not a professional. I am not an authority. I do not have any medical degrees. All I have is my experience. And it gets awkward, okay? Especially in later videos. Okay, so I wanted to, last time I really did my backstory. Kind of talking about where I was, back in 2009 to where I am today.
Nobody cares.
This, I just want to kind of talk about the diagnosis itself. We can sit here and read textbooks all day long, and you'll read the same things over and over. You read about the bloating, the jaundice, the fatigue, the weakness, mosquito, and you get distracted easily. But what I really want to talk about today is kind of the feelings I had. Feelings that obviously you can't put in textbooks. Okay, it's experience. It's something you go through. Okay, so I want to talk about the feelings I had. Let's go back a year prior to my diagnosis and a little bit after the diagnosis. Prior to diagnosis, I was getting so sick that I started going doc all the time. And that's when my doctor said, you know what, something is up. And, he, like I said, the bloating, the jaundice, all the things that really you could read in any textbook. He said, I have a hunch, let's send you to a hepatologist. The feelings you have, especially at the beginning, is denial. You're not sick. Me, I'm 36 years old. I'm not sick.
Oh my God, you're dying?
Uh-oh.
And I'm not going to be sick. I never will be sick. I'm healthy. I'm just getting older and crankier. That's really what I thought. And both were true, but I also had liver disease. Now, for every 3 months, I was going to the doctor. My numbers were going up. My liver numbers were getting worse and worse. Hemoglobin, your blood, you start losing a lot of your white blood count. Your hemoglobin gets lower, so the amount of blood in your bodies gets lower. You find yourself getting even sicker. I got pneumonia twice because my immune system got so low. But I was still denying it wholeheartedly. I was constantly in denial that I was getting sicker and sicker. And that, to the frustration of my wife, that was a reality of it. Thank God she stayed with me because I was definitely a guy about it. I started doing everything the doctors were saying. Saying go with the diets. And, I think that actually did slow it down and it made me healthier. Going with the diets, the low sodium, the getting a little more exercise. At work during lunch, I went up and down the stairs. 5 flights, with boots on, and would walk around the floors and do stuff like that. But I still had all that anger, all that frustration that I was still getting sicker. More and more sick. And that is undescribable, that feeling of just no control. Because you don't have any control. You're completely out of control. If you think you have control, stop it. Okay? Because now you're out of control, all you can do is handle the situation, okay? Much like anxiety of any kind. You cannot control it, you just try to handle it, okay? You will have lots of anxiety. Mostly because, for me, I'm a family guy. I was worried about my kids. I was making sure my life insurance was up to date. I was making sure my health insurance would cover my family. And I wanted to make sure everything was in place to make sure they were okay, because then it came to the realization, see, bug right there. So when you come to the realization that you are a mortal being, which I did, I felt pretty invincible from the time I was 7. You have to come to terms with that. And that is the hardest part, I think, of the liver disease, is come to terms with the fact that you do need to make these life changes in order to save your own life. Some people are just, like me, born unlucky. It was non-alcoholic, fatty liver disease, okay? Or I think they call it non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, or steatohepatitis. I don't know. Anyway, so you have to come to terms with the fact that you are sick. If you can't come to terms with that, you're not going to get better, okay? And you're not going to be able to better help your family, better help yourself. So if you take anything from that, before you're diagnosed, realize that the diagnosis very well could happen. Some people get lucky, they have the fatty liver disease, and it clears up.
What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
How? I don't know. I'll never understand that because it didn't happen to me. It just got worse and worse. Right up until November 2017, I was told, yes, you have liver cirrhosis.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
That is a terrifying word whenever you officially hear it. But nothing can compare to the feeling of when you are told, yes, you have liver cirrhosis, and you very well could die if you don't get a transplant or it doesn't stabilize.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
At first, it was rather stable. I was like, okay, so I'm okay for the most part. I could live with this level my entire life. Some people do. But mine went just from a 12 to a 14 to a 25. And I'm talking about the Meld Score. That's the score for how sick your liver is. It kind of takes in all your parameters. I don't know the formula and how they do it. But that is the reality of the situation. I say reality a lot because you need to live with the reality that you are sick. A lot of people stick with denial even after they're diagnosed. If you stick with that and you keep drinking, you keep smoking, keep using chewing tobacco or dipping, you know, I like drinking. I liked dip a little bit, you know, and for a while. And I just was like, you know what? I quit. No more of that. Because I wanted to get healthier. And part of that was also, I knew I was going to end up having surgery because my numbers were getting so much worse so fast that I was like, okay, I need the rest of me to be healthy so this can heal the best it can heal. And I truly believe that's a big reason why I healed so much faster than average people. I took care of my heart, took care of my lungs, I took care of my gut, I took care of every part of my body, but I couldn't take care of my liver, I couldn't fix it. So that is what I call the come to Jesus moment. My doctor put that fear of Jesus right in me whenever I seemed like I wasn't changing. And they said, okay, you know what? You are way too heavy. You're filled with fluid. We need to drain you. And they did the paracentesis. Not really fun doing a paracentesis, but it's really cool because you watch your stomach just like this, and you just kind of. And all of a sudden I was able to see my toes. It was fantastic. But I used that as a jump start to get healthier. Because as soon as that was done, I was able to move around more. I was able to do more exercise, get out of the house more. And, what I want you to do now is, if you are not subscribed to me, subscribe. Because I'm going to be doing a ton more videos. I'm going to never shut up because I don't know how to. And I'm going to want your input. I'm going to want your feedback. If you are sick and let's say you want to do your own video about your own experience, I would like to see it. Maybe I'll throw it in a video. I mean, I'm not making any promises. This is all coming off the top of my head right now. I want interesting content, and the best way to do that is from everybody suffering the same as me. I want to hear from you. So please get in contact with me, whether it's through here or an email or just put in comments below and give me your address, email address. You really don't want me to give me your address. I'll show up Christmas, that's no fun for anybody. And go ahead and follow my Instagram. I'll put it right here. Maybe. I don't know. I'll put my Instagram up here. And you know what? I'll have some links in the description down below me. I just made it awkward again.